Hello, Professor and classmates. My name is Alicia Stevenson, and this is my video on my research project. And my title of my project is Sermons and Clergy in Revolutionary America, the role they played in America's fight for independence. So my research paper deals with how sermons swayed public opinion and spread revolutionary ideas, and how the clergy developed new biblical arguments to support the cause of independence. So during my research, I pulled sermons from the Revolutionary period from several of the prominent ministers of the day, and I analyzed the content of those and looked for the revolutionary messages about freedom and authority and natural rights, and I looked at those things and considered them. And so I found how the clergy looked at new, differing ways of how to look at scripture and kind of fit that with their ideas for independence. And some of their main arguments were that rights were given by God, how these things were important to the people, and how that tyrannical leadership was not something that God wanted his people to follow. And so I pulled sermons from Samuel Langdon, Government Corrupted by Vice, and a few others. Jonathan Mayhew, A Discourse Concerning Unlimited Submission, and a few others from him. And then John Witherspoon's The Dominion of Providence, and I analyzed the language in those. And so once I got those things together, I looked at some of the analysis from different historians and their thoughts on these things. And so I used the historical analysis from James Bird, one of the books that we actually have listed in one of our other discussions. I used Mark Noll and Christopher Pearl and a few others, and basically they looked at the role that ministers in Christianity played in the spread of ideas throughout the Revolution. I also looked at what was typical of the day in regard to the church, and how the church played a role in society, and how churches were meeting places and a focal point for community, and how that played a role in helping spread those ideas. And so my conclusion was that sermons preached by the clergy in the Revolutionary era played a significant role in shaping public thought by giving Christians biblical permission to resist authority, and pointed to the divine destiny of the new nation. And so that is what I chose and what I found out in my research. Thank you.